Hello, people of YouTube, and welcome back to New Nerdington in City Skylines, of course. And also, welcome back to a new and exciting episode of Let's See If Tom Fucks Up and Wastes and Ruins His Town. Very good. So, last episode, the very first episode, we built this. This is just a starter sort of neighborhood. This is all residential with some commercial along the boulevard right here. Very nice indeed. This here is some very filthy industrial area with a landfill site. I keep wanting to call landfill sites garbage belts because in Dutch a landfill is a vuilnisbelt, and I have no idea where the belt part comes from. Maybe bult, which means pile, so like garbage pile? Possibly. So if I accidentally say garbage pile, or garbage belt rather, I'm confusing myself. If I accidentally fuck up my words, just know that I'm not a native English speaker, and that is everything. So yeah, welcome back to the game we cannot pause. It is very exciting indeed. We should have enough power. Last time we were struggling with electricity a little bit. When do I... Oh, I have unlocked these. That is excellent. They can produce up to 20 megawatts per whatever. And cost 200. These cost only 80, technically, but produce up to 8 megawatts. So I don't know if these are actually beneficial, but... I don't know, we need fewer of them, so that is at least something. They are double as expensive, though, as a startup cost. That is actually worth it, though. Double as expensive as a startup cost is worth it, because they deliver more than double the energy. So that should be alright. So whenever we need energy next, we will just go for that. Right now, I just want to save up and walk you through our plans. We are making some positive money here. We should be alright. The only thing I think we're missing is like a graveyard or something along those lines, because we have a primary school, so that is at least giving us some education. No high school yet, no university at all yet, and that's a small ways away still. We have a police station right down there. We have a firehouse. Do you call that a firehouse? Firehouse. Yes, you do indeed call that a firehouse. Very nice. And we have a... do we? Do we not? No, we don't have a clinic anywhere. So... Okay, so that should be one of our priorities, probably. But we do have more than enough water, although that is starting to now come down ever so slightly. But should be more than fine for now. We have enough sewage treatment as well, and we have enough energy. Just about. So that is it for your... start of the episode update on where we left off. Now, something very exciting happened. We passed the threshold of 2,200 people in our population, which means that we can update this roundabout to a highway type of roundabout, which is not necessarily, but I am going to do it. Can I... Hang on. Roads Anarchy. There we go. That is doing the job. I don't know why I couldn't update those, but this essentially means that this roundabout is going to be a lot faster than it used to be. Which will be very good for us in the long run, I think. So yeah, it looks a bit clunky because it's a... it's a highway in the middle of a city that just stops there, but I think it'll work a little bit more efficiently. In the long run, what I want to do is I want to buy this plot of land and have this highway here elevated. Let's get off the roads there. We're still making money, so we are just saving up for a little bit. I'm gonna put that up to a speed of 2 just to be safe, not to a speed of 3 just in case something goes horribly wrong, but you know, just so we save up a little bit faster. So yeah, what I ultimately want to do, possibly not this episode, but maybe in the next one, is raise this up and bridge over here so that this is separated from the actual turnoff from the highway, yeah, cemetery is needed. So let's put down a cemetery. Where should we put down a cemetery? Let's not put down a cemetery in the industrial zone. Let's put down a cemetery here on the edge of the neighborhood. I think that's a decent place for it. What kind of education does this church provide? That church, I don't know, doesn't really seem to provide anything at all. So I don't really know what that counts as. But it's I think it was built on the asset of a school, so it does provide some form of education, but I don't know if it's higher education or university or whatever. Definitely something, though. We might look into that later. But yeah, I want to bridge over here to the other side and have a similar system on the other side here, and then just have the highway come off the highway, like properly split off and go into the roundabout here, just so that we don't repeat the same thing that happened last time, because last time, growth has sort of stagnated, which makes sense because this area is now full. But let's actually turn that back down to 1. But yeah, just to prevent the same thing that happened last time, because last episode we built a bridge across here that clogged because people started using this as a shortcut to just get to the other highway and not to get into town. So that was useless and a massive waste of money. So we're not going to repeat that. At some point when we have the money, I'm going to build a bridge and just make a proper shortcut with the city as a sort of system on its own, so that, you know, it all flows a bit better, because that clogging last time was not good. Okay, we're still slowly gaining population, but only very slowly. So what I'm going to first do is add a bunch of industry. Can we... Oh yeah, we have new public transport. That is going to be the goal of this episode, actually, to add public transport, I think. So let us put down some industry there, and let's build off of here with some ordinary road, like this. For now, we're just going to keep it simple, keep the same grid system going as what we had already. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I don't have Park Life installed right now, but maybe in the future I can do a sort of a Park Life thing under the overpass here. That might be kind of interesting. So I'm going to keep this relatively clean. I'll put one turnoff there as a bit of an extra block, and that can perfectly nicely take some more industry. You, I'm going to delete. And you, I don't know what my voice did there, can also have some more industry. So now we'll definitely be set for industry. Let's actually have a look at our resources, what we can harvest in the future. Okay, so this-ish area might be good for farming. This is not really good for farming. What about oil? I didn't think this map has oil at all. It has a bit of foresty area. Do we have any ore? No, we don't have any ore at all. That's a bit shit. So I think we're just going to stick with generic industry, maybe a little bit of farming, and maybe a little bit of forestry later on. But this side is just going to be generic. And yeah, but all right, this is flowing nicely. That's actually flowing very nicely indeed. Although people do have to brake before this, so I might need to make that turn off a little bit smoother. We'll see. Either way, still gaining residents, still gaining money, so that is all fine. What have I unlocked? I have already built a cemetery, my friend. I don't need yet another cemetery. I feel like that's a bit wasteful. Especially because we are not a big city yet, so we do not at all need the extra death care right now. Yeah, let's. What I am gonna do though is just build off here, like so, and start filling this in with more grid, just more residential, because we might. Oh, I don't have enough money, so let's just fill this in with residential right here. I can put you right there as well, because those power pylons are not in the way yet, and like so. So that will start generating even more money. And after this, I think we're gonna have to worry a little bit about services, because a thing, yeah, so like I said at the start, we don't have a hospital yet, so that might get a little bit dicey very quickly. Why are you complaining? Of course you're complaining about water, because you simply do not have water. That is just logical. That makes sense. Here you go. Water for you, my friends. Okay, and I just noticed we are starting to get some more trouble with electricity, which is problematic, considering that we are building more residential. We are really spreading thin the electricity that we have available to us. But this can go now, because they do cost money per square, so that can just stay away, kind of. Don't really need it. But yeah, how are we doing for electricity? Ooh, that's getting very dicey. Our consumption is definitely higher now than... Oh, and that's problematic. That might mean that, yes, we're running into sewage problems. And these... Ooh, I can plonk down another one of these, just for the time being. Which brings us up to 70, which is just enough. Just enough. And now we really need to save up for some more powerful solutions, because we cannot keep plonking down these things. They're just not cutting it for us. Yeah, we really are sort of on the edge of what our power grid can handle right now. So what I'm gonna do is a thing I kind of don't want to do necessarily, but I will anyway. And that is putting down a coal power plant for the time being. They pollute as all hell, but I think it's our safest option. That's coal, right? You need coal, yeah. So I'm gonna put you... I'm gonna turn that down to 1, delete that, and put a coal power plant right in the middle of our industrial zone. So the area that it pollutes is already polluted. So it's not great, it's not the best solution, but it doesn't matter a whole lot. And now we are well back into the surplus of power. And that also means that our sewage problem is solved. Because basically, our sewage spilling system, water drain pipe, there we go, was at the end of our electricity line. So as soon as these guys did not produce enough power anymore, this thing was the first thing to go out, which means that we were getting sewage problems. Not optimal, and I think with this here, we fixed that, because you're outputting 50 megawatts now. That's very lovely indeed. Because, yeah, so now this thing is the very first thing in line to get power, which I think is important, so we should keep it that way for the time being. Also, I think we have saved up enough to keep going a bit further with our residential, but I also want to put down some more commercial, which I don't want to put too far into the neighborhood. So I'm gonna keep this residential and then make you and you as well some commercial. And let's see, maybe make this just a block of commercial as well. So we have our extra commercial. You really want more industry, don't you? That is fine with me. Industry gives me a lot of money. Also a lot of pollution. That's not great, but hey, it's fine. Right, let's have a look. Shall we spill out into here? Shall we... No, I think what we're just going to do for now is just keep piling on to... Basically, we can't go further with our little grid system. Which can go to there. Maybe it can go one further. Yes, we can go one further. Okay, and we can add our industry there. I'm gonna move these power pylons around, I think, to the edge of the road. And actually, we can probably just for the time being, we can fix this up later. Just have some industry around the edges as well. I don't want to have industry here. I want to have a bit of a buffer between the industry and the residential area. But that should be okay for now. We're still making money. We're losing people, though. That's odd. Interesting. Odd. Unpleasant. But yeah, let's actually use these instead because they're cheaper to build, I noticed. In the last episode, I said that they were more expensive, which they are, but not to build. They're more expensive in upkeep. To actually build them, they're cheaper. So I'm gonna keep it like this, and then also add that last little square of industry, plonk, in there. So that should be all right for the time being. We have more than enough power for now. I'm saying more than enough, but this is already... That's not a great threshold to have to go over. Okay, we've saved up a little bit of money, and I decided to do something that might be slightly stupid. And instead of starting with a hospital, I want to get my people some exercise, some happiness in their lives. So I'm going to put down a little playground, maybe down here-ish. I think that has a decent spread throughout the whole neighborhood. So let's put down a playground there and watch as the entertainment level of that neighborhood rises, and then maybe the level of the houses and stuff rises a little bit as well, which would mean that we get some more tax because people are happier, and that would be a very, very good thing. Bouncy Castle Park. Entertainment 125. That's quite a lot. Also costs quite a lot per week. 40 per week, also 125. I'm just looking at the stats for the time being while we're saving up. Actually, I'm going to speed that up again. I see a fire over there. That's slightly problematic over in that area. Not great. Carousel Park. Expensive, but a lot of entertainment. That's very good. And this is a dog park. I might want to put a park type of device. Ooh, this is cheap and very entertaining, apparently. This is a modded church, which is surprisingly good. I might put one of those next to the graveyard we have. Where? Wait, where do we have a graveyard? I swear we had a graveyard. What are you? You're a medical clinic. I thought we had a graveyard. Do we not have a graveyard? I am absolutely confusing myself. Do we not have a graveyard yet? I'm doing the things wrong, am I? So we do have a clinic. I'm just very confused. Let's put down a graveyard because people are definitely complaining about the people that are kind of dying in their backyards and stuff. Dying in their backyard? No one's dying in anyone's backyard. Do not mind me. I don't know what I'm talking about. What might be a fun thing to do at some point is to have the boulevard go around the corner here. I think that would be a pretty good idea. And then add onto the neighborhood here-ish with a main road going around the corner. Maybe even all the way to the sea or something. Where shall we put this? Shall we have this here, sort of in the corner? That just about fits there. Maybe that's just Roads Anarchy that makes that fit, but it is fine by me. Yeah, I think that works, and that has a lot of spread throughout the whole area. Also, I think it is now time. Oh, we're making very good money, and nothing is terrible. Although we're definitely spreading thin on our... oh, Jesus, we are making a lot of money. Yeah, we are spreading thin on our energy consumption, or production, rather, again. So, we don't need you guys anymore. So what we can do is add our residential to there as well. That's very good. And then I'm going to expand into the water because these guys are much more efficient than the windmills we have right now. So I'm going to just put down 1, 2, 2 for now? Yes, 2 is lovely. Okay, that's absolutely fantastic, actually. That did so much more than I expected. Good, very good. And we have a high demand for residential. So, since we don't really need to fix the highway here yet, this road is more than okay. Well, more than okay. It's getting busy, but it's fine for the time being. This is a bit of a backed up problem. It's fine. I'm gonna say that's fine. Although actually what we could do, possibly, is just make this road a lot bigger. Scooch the landfill over slightly, or just move it out completely. I think that might be a good option, just to put the landfill back there. And then make this a wider road. I think that would make the industrial area a lot happier, because this is very clogged. Suboptimal. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy myself, if I can afford it, 5,000, easy peasy. I'm gonna buy myself that way. And that is very good, because that means that we have so much expansion room for a lot, basically. Actually, how much is the next space? Because I want that space as well. That space is just slightly more expensive. I'm gonna buy that one as well. So now we can do a lot of expanding right off the bat. We'll get to the other side of the river in not too long as well. But I kind of want to just expand on this, because this is not painfully clogged yet. So that's okay. I want to expand the industrial area into there. Maybe have another turnoff just for the industry in there. And then have this... I can actually expand this up slightly. That's a thing I didn't really take into account, but that's very good. And I can expand this over here, which is absolutely excellent. That's a cool little building. Some banners on there. Go nuts, donuts. Marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. Okay, but good stuff. Good stuff is happening to our village. We're stagnated once again on the growth we can have, but so far so good. We haven't gone into negative money making situations yet this episode. Temperature is going down a little bit, so that means that electricity has to go up again. Is that what makes our electricity stuff fluctuate so much? The different heating situations that these guys need? Potentially. That might be a smart thing to just think about, to have a central heating station at some point soon. Okay. Let's have a look. What I want to do is have this go into a roundabout, maybe, and then have a turnoff go in there, and have a turnoff go into that direction, towards the train tracks. And I also want to just soon start doing something with those train tracks. However, I can also have a tram line through the middle of here. That might be kind of cool. Maybe an elevator tram line even. That would be very, very cool indeed. Yeah, so I want this to go into a roundabout. Let's see if we can do that without disturbing the cemetery. Let's take that back down. I know we have new buildings. We have a lot of new stuff to work with. We can do buses, we can do trams, we can do taxis. We cannot do metros yet, and we cannot do trains yet. That's perfectly okay. When do we unlock that? 7,500, 10,000. That's quite a ways away, but we can at least do buses. That might be handy for our industry place. In the future, though, first, I want to go around the corner and expand, because we are making a lot of money, and I want to, increase that a tiny bit more. So that is what we're going to do right now. Okay, let's have a look. So if we keep thinking in these blocks, right? So just for measurement's sake, if I was to go in 2 more. Those are 4 apart. So like that would be the new boulevard. that can go for the time being. Is that too far? No, I think that would be okay, actually. So that means that we can go into here with our one-way road into that direction. Maybe go in 15. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Yeah, and then 4 down. Oh, and that's 5 down. Let's go 5 down, 5 in. Yes, there we go. Okay, let's get rid of that again. You can go, because you will be going around properly now. Let's have you go 4 over and 5 around the... No, that's 6. 5 around the corner. And 4 once again. I'll have you go 4 in there as well. You need to be turned around, I know, but that's perfectly okay. 5 and 5 and a 2. So now I just need to turn these guys around and turn you into there. Oh yes, magnificent. So we now have a beautiful sort of roundabout situation going on there, and we can go in here, keeping our boulevard system going. Now this can just go into there. That is perfectly fine. And we will just take this down here, all the way to there. And then I'll upgrade you as well. And then you can... Come on. It's a bit much, you know, switching that I have to do, but that's okay. Let's see. You need to turn around now. You need to turn around. And then I just need to make one of these quick tails to this this end again. So 2, 2, 2, and 2. Now everyone can turn around properly. Okay, you can go in. Come on, let's have you be straight. There. And just so that people can go all the way around, they can go through that little bit as well. Add that, add that. Beautiful, okay. This is very good for the start of our little expansion here. We're still making good money. Let's just add some bits and bobs there. That's a bit ugly. I might actually turn this into a sort of park area, potentially. Maybe I should unzone that. Or I could put a school there. I think that might actually be a very good place for a school. Let's see. Because people want to be educated. So let's put down a high school. Can we do that there? In the roundabout? I feel like that would attract a lot of traffic, which is not optimal, really. To have a thing in a roundabout, that's not super handy. But we can have it just on the boulevard, like right here. I think that's a very good place for it. That makes everyone in this area very happy indeed. And let's also put down another elementary school. The capacity for the elementary school is actually all right, but maybe just bordering it there-ish, so that when we start expanding, that sorts itself out right away. Okay, like that. Up there, in there. And the water situation has been sorted. Okay, let's just keep expanding for a little while longer. And then I think we have our money situation under control properly now. Which is very good, because last episode we were a bit fluctuant, if you will, which was scary indeed. But yeah, not anymore. Up there. To up there. Oh, that is great. That is so nice. I like roundabouts as well. They just... it's not that they look nice or anything. It's just that they help traffic flow very nicely. Okay, good. Okay, let's add... Actually, let's keep going with the same sort of system that I was going with, which is everything along the boulevard can be commercial, because that's easily accessible. So let's have you be commercial as well. And then you can be commercial too, up to there. And then you can be residential. And of course we need water. Ooh, we're gonna need to upgrade our water situation soon. Okay, yeah, no, that should be more than fine. You can go in there and connect up to there. Okay, that's good. But now we need to up our... ooh, electricity is doing very well at the moment. That's surprising. Yeah, but we need to upgrade our water situation. So let's add an extra pump. And I think that can be the last thing we do today. So let's put you down there and connect you in here. Okay, people of YouTube, that is going to be it for today. We expanded our territories and we expanded our residential area a little bit. I did not panic about anything because I didn't have to. We're making money. We are upgrading the town. It's actually looking surprisingly all right, and we're making plans for the future, which is it's all very good indeed. So I'm quite happy about this one. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to randomly push some of the positive buttons down below, and I will see you next time. Ciao.